Hi everybody. You know, you might be thinking of investing in a tube amplifier, perhaps something a little smaller, a little more portable. We just got in a whole selection of tube amps. There's things like the new Magnatone Super 59 Combo, which is a magnificent sounding amplifier that has more of a Marshall bass distortion and rotating speaker effect that actually changes the pitch. We have a 63 Pro-Amp, solidly pre-CBS. It says Fender Electric Instruments. We have a 66 Deluxe amplifier, no reverb, which means you get a little more oomph, a little more gain. We've got Tweed Deluxes, and then this that just came to us is a Brown Deluxe. Now, these Deluxes from the Brown on up have 2 channels. That makes them very useful for most guitar players. You can do rehearsals with 2 guitars. You can put 2 guitars through this, perhaps Fender and Gibson if you will. But these amps have about 20 watts, a single 12-inch speaker. This one, by the way, has a really heavy-duty magnet Oxford speaker. This is unusual to have this big a magnet on this amplifier, but it's factory original. And to plug in this amplifier and hear the warm, creamy sound, almost Marshall-like, but not quite. The Tweed amplifiers get a little more gain, or a little closer to that crunch sound, and then of course your blackface get a little cleaner. Here's the thing that people ask us now as far as maintenance. How to maintain the amplifier. You do want to change the tubes, bring it in, have it looked at, and we fix every amplifier we get, or I should say 90% of the amplifiers. We go over and put whatever needs to be done to them into them, which is unusual in this world. You won't find that at very many other dealers. But for other maintenance, it's starting to get cold outside. Let me explain something about going outside and inside with your amplifiers. So follow me outside. Let's say you went out and bought yourself a nice vintage tube amplifier because you want that creamy, articulate sound that only comes from old amps. You've made your investment, and it's winter outside. It's cold. Some of us work during the day. We'll put the amplifier in our trunk and the amplifier gets cold. Now imagine, if you will, a frosty mug. Let's say a root beer mug that gets frosted. If you bring it in next to the fireplace, it'll all condense and turn into water. That could pool in the chassis of your amplifier. You don't want that. Keep that in mind. If you have your amplifier, I'm going to step closer because there's a bus. If you have your amplifier in the trunk of your car during the day, make sure it warms up gradually, not instantaneously. Don't take a frozen frosty mug amplifier, bring it in and turn it on and heat it up right away. You want to avoid the condensation that could hurt the amplifier. You don't want any liquids in the amplifier at all. So when you come inside, come here, follow me. Get your amplifier to room temperature as gradually as you can. Turn it on a little bit, turn it off right away. Going from frozen to stage can be a problem. I had a friend in high school who kept his Fender Bassman head in the back of his pickup truck. It even got snowed upon. Never had any trouble, but don't ask for trouble. Come in, look at some of these amplifiers for an investment, and try to take good care of them. It's not that hard. They can be extremely durable. They make great investments in tone, and getting a hold of one of these would be fabulous. Come in.